Welcome guys to my Garmin Dashcam 55 video quality test. So let's jump right into it. So a lot of people I've seen do reviews on this. It's like unboxings. They don't show a lot of video quality. This is going to be video. Here we go. So we can see right here I'm in the square around a lot of text, a lot of information, and all of these videos and test recordings that you're going to see will be recorded at the highest quality allowed on the cam, which is 1440p at 30 FPS. The video itself will be processed for 1440p for YouTube, so you can go ahead and up that video quality, actually see the true quality, and it's not downgraded to 1080p or anything. So right here we can see on this car the absolute license plate number to be able to make out what it says, just in case something were to happen, like some issue where like, hey, this dude hit me in the back and then I hit into this car, you know, this, that, and this, the other, you make out the license plate and stuff like that in the dash cam. Now I will admit you do have to be, as far as for like license plate wise, you got to be a little bit close, not too much, but a tiny little bit close. But as we drive past here by signs, by parked cars, we could essentially pause and make out what anything says that we need to. Now, the air vent that is glaring in the video is just part of how my car is made, because there's an air vent right there. Yours may be a little bit different on how it'll show up. It may not show up in yours, but for mine, there's nothing I could do, and it's just going to unfortunately be there. So next, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at some back road footage where I essentially went down some back roads, and we're not going to be on the main area where there's a bunch of cars or anything anymore. So let's jump over to that now. So this is back road when the sun is actually going down a little bit. We can see, we can read stuff quite a bit. If you were to actually slow down and stop this footage, you'd be able to see the actual mailbox numbers. You'd be able to see any actual text that comes up. We can see these arrows, make out, the caution things and the bus warning and everything like that. So when it comes down to it, it's a lot better. It seems like the quality is a lot better to make out stuff when you're on the back roads, because there's a lot less stuff that the camera has to focus on and or make sharp or different things along those lines. So plus everything is more closer inwards. It's a smaller road, so there's not as much like spread out to actually view at. And I guarantee if there was a car in front of me, unless it was about 3 or 4 car lengths in front of me, I would be able to read the license plate on it. So next what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to the interstate, highway, or freeway, whichever one you want to call it. So we're going to switch over that here in a second about now. So this is the actual where people will be using it the most, of course. Statistically speaking, a lot of people buy dash cams because they're afraid of accidents happening, and a lot of the dash cam purchases are actually because people are afraid of something happening to them on the interstate. It's just a fear that a lot of people have going and driving on the interstate. So we can make out right here, we can read everything we need to. We can read that big giant billboard poster over there and see what it says. We can read these little green signs, and we can actually read some of this truck that's about to pass here in a second. There's going to be a red, I believe it's a towing truck that passes, and you are able to clearly read the number as well as all that type of stuff. So if it was a license plate going by, you can definitely make that out. So you'll see here in a second, I'm driving and here comes this truck. If you were to actually pause and look at that, you would have been able to read everything from the number to the location of the place and everything. So the quality as far as highway, freeway, interstate is really good. Easy use on that. Next, we're going to switch over to the more kind of, which is nighttime. So nighttime here, we can still kind of make out things that are lit up by the lights. Now keep in mind, this depends on where you live. If you live in a more lit area, such as like if you live in a city, it's going to have better quality because more things are lit up. There will be a van passing by here in a second, which I unfortunately cannot make out the actual license plate because they did not have a light on the license plate. And that brings me to another factor. If you're driving at night and these people don't have, you can make it out if you really zoomed in when it went into light. But I'm just talking from an eye perspective. If you did not have a light, or they did not have a light on their license plate, you're not going to be able to make out what that license plate says without actually zooming in or going into a photo editing and kind of looking to try to see what it is. So next and finally, what we're going to take a look at is the actual time lapse that I captured on this thing, which is only going to be about 3 seconds, so I'm going to extend it a little bit. But the image quality seems to be a lot higher because obviously it's pictures being taken here. So it's pretty much doing multiple pictures at a time and putting them together to make a video. So you can see it's a lot more crystal clear. There's not as much as a glare. There is a little bit of a glare, but not as much of a glare. We can make out a lot more text if I just slow it down right here and post up a screenshot. And furthermore, at the end of this, I did not realize on the right side there was a cop sitting there. This is what a dash cam is for, is to point out things that you don't necessarily see. Not talking about a cop, I'm talking about like somebody hits and runs and there's a license plate right there that it grabs. different things like that. Now, I was not able to try out the parking mode, as you have to wire that to your actual battery of your car or an external power source in order for that to happen. So I wasn't able to do that. However, it does have that. And it also has assist modes that basically tell you, hey, there's a lane departure going on, be careful when driving and stuff. I turned those off because they were really annoying. Finally, what I have for you guys is an audio test here of me just driving down the same road, because you can do travel laps and actual video at the same time, and me just talking with the regular audio in the car. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and I'll leave you guys finally with that, and I'll see you guys next time. So this is the actual audio of the Garmin you're going to be getting. We're going to roll up the window because I like driving with the window down. But right here is the actual audio you're going to be getting out of the Garmin when you just regularly drive in your car, in case there's like an accident or an incident or anything like that, where there's a problem, you sit here and you get in an accident and there's some, like, you know, words exchanged where you can use as like evidence or something like that in some cases. But this is going to be the overall audio you're going to be getting from your actual dash cam as far as audio wise goes. So hopefully this sounds okay. I don't know yet. I haven't listened to it. We're going to find out together, I guess.